classroom corner. I'm so happy to have you guys back. Hopefully you're having a good Thursday. Everything went well, or everything is going well. Hope it's a great day. Hope you're having a fun time. I'm having a fun time because I get to be here with you guys. So we're gonna pick actually right back up where we left yesterday. And just think in your brains as hard as you can, what was the lesson not last week, I'm so used to saying last week, yesterday. What was the lesson yesterday? Think back, I'll give you a hint. It involved water and feet. You got an idea in your brain? It was Jesus washing the disciples' feet. And that was a great example about how Jesus wants us to love and serve others. Just how he does for us, and he wants us to do the same to others. So it was a great story. And we are actually going to be continuing right after that. All the feet washing is done. It's still the same night. So we are going to see what they are up to next. And this was also right after Jesus gave some bread to Judas and said, go do what you must. So Judas is going to go do what he needs to do to turn Jesus in. But in the meantime, all the rest of the disciples stayed there. And Jesus went. And he's gonna talk about some stuff. It's gonna be pretty cool. It might involve food. Who knows? We'll have to read and find out. Okay, so this is the Last Supper. So, still same night. Then Jesus did something else. He picked up a loaf of bread and blessed it. Then he broke it into pieces. He gave the bread to his disciples to eat. Jesus said, "This bread is my," think in your heads. What does the bread represent? I know we've talked about this. We talk about this every time before we do communion. And we talk about it in general, so think in your mind, what does the bread represent? Go ahead and shout it out. I heard someone say it. It is not bread, it is body. The bread represents Jesus' body. So Jesus said, this bread is my body. Every time you do this, think of me. So we're actually going to do that right now. Got a piece of Hawaiian bread, my favorite type of bread, and Jesus broke it in half. Just like so. And he blessed it. And usually in a classroom situation, I would go and I would give some bread out to everybody. However, I cannot give you bread through the screen, unfortunately. But hopefully you have bread at home. So go ahead, grab some bread, have a little snack while you watch this, and it can be like you're actually eating at the Last Supper with Jesus. So, then in the same way, he took a cup of wine and blessed it. He gave it to the disciples to drink. He said, this is my, think in your heads. So we have wine here. So it's wine, it's red wine, and just think in your brains, what might that represent? We've talked about this also before communion, and we talk about it all the time. Just like the bread, think in your minds, what is it? And shout it out. I heard someone say it again. It is his blood. It's Jesus' blood. So he said, this is my blood. It is poured out to forgive the sins of many. So, a little far, but I got it. So this is not wine. Do not worry. It's actually beet juice because we didn't have grape juice. So this is the closest alternative. So he took this and he blessed it. And it's poured out to forgive the sins of many. So, unfortunately, I cannot give you this through the screen. I don't think you would want beet juice anyway. I know a lot of people don't like beet juice. I do, but yeah, you probably don't want beet juice. So go ahead and grab some sort of juice if you can. Some grape juice would be awesome. That's what we usually do for communion. Or just anything. If water's the only thing you have, then that is a-okay. Have a nice little snack, nice little drink, and it can be like we're actually eating. So, I'm going to show you guys the pictures here. So there's Jesus. He is blessing the bread. And look at all the disciples are gathered around the table and they are eating their bread and drinking their wine. Alright. Okay. So, they've done eating. They're done eating. And Jesus stands up and he's like, the time has come for me to go away. And all the disciples are like, wait, what? Hold on, where are you going? So think in your mind, where might Jesus be going? He needs to go somewhere. Where might it be? Think in your heads about an idea of where it might be. Here's a little clue to it. Where I am going, you cannot go yet. So Jesus can go there, but we can't go just quite yet. So think, what might that be? So think in your brains, have an answer, shout out that answer, and it is heaven. He says, I'm going to heaven to prepare a wonderful new home for you, but I will return to you soon. So you're a disciple, right? We just finished eating our food, we might be finishing it up, and Jesus is talking about this. How do you think you would feel? Like Jesus is like, I have to go. Oh, but I'll be back, don't worry. And I'm going to heaven, and like, I can go there, and you'll be able to go too, just, you gotta wait a little bit. Like, what? I can just imagine as a disciple, like, I think I would be very confused. So, and he continues, and he says, at first you will be very sad, but do not be frightened. Soon you will understand, and you will be filled with joy. So, this might be comfort to some of the disciples, or might confuse some of the disciples too. Think in your minds. How many times I've said that? Think in your minds. Think in your minds about how you might be feeling right now. I can show you the expressions these disciples do. So there's Jesus. He's talking. He's like, "Hey guys, I gotta go, but I'll be back. Don't worry." And then there's the disciples, and look at their faces are like, "Hold on." They're a little concerned. They're like, "Wait, but what?" But he's like, all will make sense eventually. So that is actually it. Pretty short story for today. But wait, there's more. So, because we have finished the story, that is another little poster piece to glue and place on our beautiful poster here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it. And we are going to put this on the poster, which would be awesome. Okay. So we're going to glue it. This one's a pretty big piece, so we're going to go ahead and glue it in the corner. That way it doesn't take up too much room. So there they are. They are eating their last supper of their bread and their wine. All right. So next is crafts. Next is crafts. So, nope. I thought I needed to sneeze. Oh, but I don't. Okay. The sneeze went away. It was like Judas. The sneeze went away. I was like, no, I gotta go. Okay. So, with the crafts, again, there's going to be an alternative to it, because unfortunately I cannot hand you materials through the screen. That is so sad. But unfortunately I cannot. But the craft is this. Now, I made a, not really a mistake. I mean, it's a mistake. But, okay, backtrack. Let me explain. So, we have these, let's eat together, and it has a picture of bread, and it's outlined in toast. So that's the bread, and then the tissue paper is supposed to be the wine, but I did not have red tissue paper, so it's blue. We have blue wine here. It's pretty cool. So that was not planned. I did not find the red tissue paper until after I finished the craft, and then I found the red tissue paper. I'm like, really? That would have been helpful just a little bit ago. So we have blue wine. So this was the craft that that was given with all the papers and stuff. But unfortunately, since I can't hand you that stuff, I made an alternative. So what I did is I put the same saying that was on this one, and I just drew it. Excuse the really bad drawing here. Not an artist. Here, let me scoot forward. Hello. Okay. Hopefully, there you go. Now you can see it better. So now this has the bread and then the toast there, and we have the bread here, and then usually you would use red tissue paper, not blue, and you would put it around the edge to represent the wine. And you would actually make 2 of these. So you would go ahead and make 2 because it comes with 2 pieces of paper to glue on. So you would make one for yourself, and then you would give one to someone else, because Jesus shared the meal with his disciples. So it's a really cool craft. I really like it. And just because I made this craft like this does not mean you have to make it the exact same way. Be creative. Be imaginative. I really want to see what you guys make. Unfortunately, I cannot see it. But, hey, when church gets back started up, bring me all your crafts so I can see them. That would be awesome. You can have like a show and tell day where we just like show all our awesome crafts we made. That would actually be really cool. we might do that. Who knows? So that's the craft for today. All you need is just markers, tissue paper, and 2 paper plates. So and some glue. Super simple, super fun. I think it's really cool. So scoot back here. So I'm going to leave you guys with instructions for the craft there, and then we got what's next? Leaving you guys with the craft. Oh, song of the day. I actually have a specific song now. If you don't remember what yesterday's song was, it was just a general category of old VBS songs. They always lift my spirits. I'm always listening to them constantly when I'm planning lessons. So I really encourage you guys to go and listen to them. But today's song of the day is He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. That has been like, I don't know, it's been a comfort to me because Jesus and God, they do have the whole world in their hands. Even though it seems like it's really hectic, like we don't know what's going on, even though that's happening, we still have, or not we, God still has the whole world in His hands. So I thought that was a really appropriate song, and I've been listening to it like 24/7 because it's a good message and it's a great reminder. So that's the song for today. And what I forgot last week was the Lord's Prayer, which is kind of important. So my bad. I'm so sorry. We usually finish up with the Lord's Prayer, and I usually have people say and repeat the Lord's Prayer, but unfortunately cannot do that. So I think what I'll do is I'll say the first line, have a pause so you can say it, and then we'll go back and forth. I just won't be able to hear. There'll be like some awkward silence on my end, but I can just imagine. I'll just imagine you guys saying it. But please say it, otherwise I'm gonna feel really, really sad. Okay. So real quick, let's bow our hands and let's pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. And give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. Amen. Alright, I think that about wraps it up. That was a super quick lesson. For dramatization, go ahead and grab some bread, grab some grape juice or whatever juice or water, whatever you may have available, and have like the Last Supper with your family. You can even play the game that I was explaining yesterday, not last week, yesterday. The game that I was explaining yesterday about how one person's Judas and we have to determine who is Judas. Or you can make an alternative game. Be creative. This is I'm giving you like building blocks. Expand. Draw on the building blocks. Make them colorful. I don't know. It's a weird explanation, but hopefully you know what I mean. So I think that about wraps it up. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm so happy you were able to join me, and I'm so happy you were here. And yeah. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you tomorrow with another lesson. It'll be Friday. So I'm so excited to see you. I can't wait to see you there. And yeah, bye.